Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome to this week's episode of What Happened in the DSE. My name is Aisa Omari, and together with my colleague Emmanuel, we will be taking you through what happened in the equities market, the Treasury Bond market, and the corporate bond market. As for always, let us begin with the equity market. Shares traded during the week amounted to 893.2 million Tanzanian shillings. As always, the graph in front of you just gives us a breakdown of this amount traded each day during the week. Now, something to note for this week is that Thursday, our beloved country Tanzania had reached 60 years of independence, and we just want to say once again, happy Independence Day to all of us. And it is for this reason that the DSE was closed, and so there is no information on Thursday, so keep that in mind. On Monday, all of the buying action was done by local investors, while selling investors were foreigners. Tuesday had quite a similar trend to Monday. Wednesday's action was dominated mostly by foreign investors selling shares and local investors buying shares. And finally, on Friday, had similar action on Wednesday, meaning foreign investors selling and local investors buying. And over here, we have a graph giving us the market cap, also known as market capitalization for each day. Now, this simply means the total perceived value of the companies listed on the DSE in the eyes of the investor. And this is because when we're calculating this, we're using the current market price of all companies listed on the DSE. Over here, we have the All Share Index, or the DSEI, which represents all of the companies listed on the DSE, meaning foreign and locally listed ones. This graph just gives us a trend of what that was for this week. Okay, moving on, we have our weekly top movers, and these are the companies which had the most shares traded during the week. The total shares moved during the week were 719,183. And you'll notice that we attach the closing prices per each day as well as the volume traded, and there's another amount representing the value of those shares traded as well. At number 1, we have CRDB Bank PLC, which accounted for 50% of the total volume traded during the week. At number 2, we have DCB Bank, which accounted for 17% of the total volume traded during the week. And finally, at number 3, we have TBL PLC once again, which accounted for 14% of the volume traded during the week. And this is mainly due to trades in the block trade prearranged market board on Wednesday. Basically, as always, this occurs when an entity purchases many shares of a company at a prearranged price or a negotiated price. So this means that an entity, which is most probably a company, traded the TBL shares through this. Okay guys, now we have our company price changes, and this is where we'll be showing the companies which experienced price changes during the week, and each company will have its own graph so we can easily take note of that. Over here we have EABL, which is a cross-listed company from the Nairobi Securities Exchange. It started off high on Monday and then kept decreasing to the week's low on Tuesday, and then it rose slightly again on Friday. We also have KCB, which is another cross-listed company, and it's had an upward trend this week, as we can see from the graph over here. We also have TCCL, which is a locally listed company, which experienced a rise on Wednesday. NMB, which is also another listed company, which also experienced a rise on Wednesday. Yetu, a local company, but experienced a drop on Wednesday. And then we have GHL, which is a cross-listed company from the Nairobi Securities Exchange. It dropped on Tuesday and then rose again on Wednesday. NMG, another cross-listed company, also dropped on Wednesday and rose on Friday. And lastly, we have Yatsu, which is a locally listed company. It had a drop on Tuesday and then rose back on Wednesday. And now, everybody, we have company news, in which Emmanuel will be taking us through. Welcome, Emmanuel.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? We're now moving on to company news. Last week, NICOL had published an official declaration on its interim dividend. Declared dividend will be paid directly to shareholders' bank accounts or mobile wallets for those who have provided bank account details or mobile phone numbers. For those who haven't communicated their bank account or mobile wallet details, they are requested to do so with the CSD and Registry Company Limited CSDR. Their locations, contacts, as well as other related information regarding this dividend payment is in the link found in the description box below.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Now we're done with the equities portion, so let's go to the Treasury Bond section. First thing we want to know is how much was traded during the week, and the value of Treasury Bonds traded during the week were 88.77 billion Tanzanian shillings. The graph, as always, gives us a breakdown of that value, as well as the specific Treasury Bonds which are traded the most. And for the past couple of weeks, the trend has been that mostly 20-year Treasury Bonds are the ones which are traded the most, which is also the case for this week. And these are bonds with a 15.49% coupon rate. Okay, as always, we're finishing off with the corporate bonds section. Now, this week there was no corporate bonds activity. There were no corporate bonds which were traded. The graph you see in front of you, again, is supposed to give a breakdown of how much of the value was traded during the week, as well as the specific corporate bonds traded the most with their corresponding coupon rates. And now the coupon paid to investors here is by the respective companies which had originally issued the bond. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope this video has been informative and insightful, and as well as brought value to you. Now feel free to interact with A Trader in any of our social media platforms and contact us in case of any other queries. Have a great week ahead, and karibuni sana.